Hey guys, it's your boy, it's the Nomad Recruiter here today. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you want me to keep making videos like this. I'm going to be talking about how I started my recruitment agency because I know a lot of people sometimes get afraid when it comes to talking about the process. And I just want to give you as much details as possible, and go from there. You can grab your free copy of nomadrecruiters.com. Nomad Recruiters Travel the World Makes Placements. It's on Amazon now if you want to get that, or you can grab your free copy, at the bottom of the link. Okay, so I do help people start a recruitment and staffing agency. If you want to check out the website, nomadrecruiters.com. We also have a free training if you want a little bit more additional information, and of course we have the free ebook. I also do consultation calls if you want to book a coaching call with me and you need further assistance, but I would love to help you any way that I can. I have over 100 videos on this channel, so you can always find a lot of recruitment content. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment below if you want to see more content like this. Please keep supporting me. So I want to talk to you about how I started my recruitment agency. So a lot of recruiters or entrepreneurs, if you're in your situation, you're thinking about starting your agency, this is what I did. So I already knew that I was going to leave my agency. So I was working for a recruitment company in Australia. It was a startup agency at the time, and I just knew that I needed capital. So I was hustling. All of my commission checks was going towards my current housing situation and my agency at the end of the day. Okay, so while I was preparing to make this transition, I was asking myself a lot of things like, do I have 6 to 12 months rent and everything, food, put up for me to go out on my own? I kind of thought that the best way to do it was to just go straight at it full time. But I did pick up a side job as well when I came back to America. So I left Australia to start my agency. I started my agency and pretty much brought on my first client, but it was a lot of hard work. I did not make my first sale until 90 days after starting my company. And I was still working a 9-to-5 at the time, just to support me a little bit more. So it was really a 9-to-5 and 5-to-9. If you guys know my story from watching my free training video, I went back to America and my job asked me to come back to work for them as a manager. And sadly enough, the person that was training me passed away from a stroke. And that really inspired me to realize, when that person died, or when that person had a stroke, actually, we went to the hospital and that person's boss pretty much told me that they were looking to replace them the next day. And that trainer, my mentor, my manager, she had worked there for almost 20 years. And it was just crazy how easy they were replacing that person without even giving them benefit of the doubt. And I was just that made me realize that I was just another number in a 9-to-5 world. It's nothing out, no offense to anyone that works a 9-to-5, but it just changed me mentally and it made me really work harder. So I was working from 9-to-5, and as you guys know my story, I went to IHOPs every night because I did not have an office at the time. I wasn't working on WeWorks. I went to IHOPs because it was 24/7. They had pancakes, they had coffee, and I was just grinding it out, working on, sourcing candidates and bringing on new clients. My first deal was for $22,000, a little bit and some change. And then I started pretty much going at it full time from there. So you want to make sure you have capital behind you at the end of the day. Most importantly, you want to have a process. You want to make sure you have your niche and you have a candidate of, a pipeline of candidates already ready. Because when you do your business development calls, you're going to want to be sending over resumes to clients. Okay, it's that simple. You want to make sure you have a pipeline and you have a niche. Don't overthink it when it comes to the niche. A lot of people are always trying to pick what's hot. A lot of people are always trying to pick what's in demand. I get 100 people a week calling me about nursing. And it's like they overlook so many other fields in the healthcare space. So just, I just tell people, do what you love. Do what you like. If you're an artist or you're a UX designer, maybe you want to work on front end or UX roles or product design. If you work in sales, do sales recruitment, do customer service roles, customer success manager roles. Do what you love at the end of the day, because this is a job that requires a lot of talking. If you're going to be on the phone with someone talking about a certain area, you want to really talk about something you're passionate about so they can see that energy at the end of the day. So that is very important. When I started my agency as well, it was lonely, it was rocky, and it was hard to stay motivated. So I tell a lot of people, go to the gym, exercise, meditate, read a lot of, motivational books, a lot of books to help you grow, recruitment books as well. Get into recruitment blogs out there, really immerse yourself into this industry and try to be a part of a community as well. When you do join Nomad Recruiters Academy, we do have a private Facebook group of a lot of testimonials, and we'll probably pop on the screen, but we have a lot of testimonies of our students and the results. So at the end of the day, you want to be a part of a community that's going to help you and give you feedback. We just had a student in our group today ask, guys, help me out with my website. What do you think? We're giving that student honest feedback because we are a community that care and help you, and we all want to see you win, and we all want to make money together. So it's always good to be a part of a community. When you see like a lot of Amazon or e-commerce or drop shipping stores, a lot of people are a part of different Facebook communities because they got a team supporting them. And it really wasn't like that when I first started off with my recruitment agency. It wasn't that much support at the end of the day. So it's very important that you get behind a community to support you when you are getting started. Equipment is very important. I may do another video on my setup so you guys can see it. I have like a huge setup, and I got a lot of new equipment now that I travel with because I'm a full-time nomad recruiter. I travel around the world and I make placements, but most times as well, I'm doing more coaching these days than I'm doing recruiting because I'm just growing more on social media these days. Okay, so you want to have a good laptop. I would strongly encourage a HP, but a MacBook is not bad as well. I would also encourage you to get a Logitech, camera when you have Zoom calls with your clients or your candidates. A good microphone is very important. I got this microphone on Amazon, I think for maybe $500 or $600 or a little bit more, but you want to have a good microphone and a good headset. I would recommend you have 2 headsets just because the batteries don't last long in a lot of them. So I actually have 4 headsets, because I have like a gym headset, I have my recruitment one, and I have a pair of AirPods, and I have a pair of Samsungs as well. So I just love having multiple headsets at the end of the day. I also have a Logitech keyboard. I really love this keyboard. I love this keyboard so much because I mean, it's just easy to type on, and most importantly, I can switch over to my cell phone. If I don't want to pick my phone up while I'm working, I can text from my keyboard on my phone. So I really love that. I have the MX Master 3 as well as my microphone. Really love this mic. I've always had it for a long time. And I have 2 phones as well. Possibly going to get a 3rd one as well, but always good to have 2 phones. And when you start your agency, you want to have multiple numbers just in case you are recruiting outside of your area. So I have a Skype number, I have a WhatsApp number, I have a Google Voice number. I think I have over 7 or 8 numbers at the moment as well. So I have a lot of different phone numbers for family, for business, for other areas and locations. And it's just beneficial to have that when you're starting off. You want to put a little bit of money into your website if you can. Something simple. Don't overdo it until you make your first placement, and then that's when you want to put more money into your website. It just needs to be simple. Your services, content, what you're offering, what you do, who you are, a little bit about you, and get it up. Do not prolong it. Don't be a perfectionist, because being a perfectionist doesn't get shit done at the end of the day. I need you to take action, at the end of the day. It's very important that you do that, so you get your website up, go to Fiverr, go to Upwork, get a little bit of social media and start making it happen. Hit your niche and start doing business development and finding clients. If you're struggling at finding clients and you're struggling at doing business development, I do have a few videos on this channel to give you some ideas on how you can land your first clients and how you can find, some candidates as well. And if you still need more help, you can sign up to nomadrecruiters.com. You get immediate access to the program, over 100 lessons. You get group coaching calls as well, where you're able to talk to me consistently. We have monthly group coaching calls where I'm here to hop on these calls and help you and answer as many of your questions as possible. Most importantly, you get access to our private Facebook community group where over hundreds of students that's going to be able to assist you as well. So that's extremely important at the end of the day. So when you get all those things, like I said, try to have 6 to 12 months saved. You want to get a website, you want to get branding, you want to choose a niche, you want to find your clients, and you want to get your equipment. Most importantly, workspace. I cannot stress this enough. It is very important where you work because that shows how productive you are at the end of the day. Productivity is extremely important. So if you're working in the basement in the dark, unless you're just hungry, you ain't got no choice, no judgment. But I always encourage students, when I was back in America, I worked at a lot of cafes. I would try to go to co-working spaces from time to time. After I made, a little bit more money, I started putting a lot more. So as you guys know, I have an all access WeWork paths around the world. So I go to different WeWork offices and stuff like that. But everywhere I go, it's a beautiful benefit to be able to go to a co-working space. You're able to network, you feel more productive. I get free coffee, free water, or just going to a cafe. Energy is extremely important in this field because recruitment is stressful as fuck. It's not going to be easy at the end of the day because you're working with people, you're working with emotions at the end of the day. So you're not selling a product, you're selling human beings at the end of the day, as crazy as it may sound. So it's important that you're in a positive work environment. Energy is very important. Most importantly, volume and traction is important. The more candidates, the more interviews you have, the more likely you're gonna get your first placement. It's a numbers game at the end of the day. If you're talking to 20 candidates a day, you got 20 interviews a week, 9 out of 10, you're gonna get one deal a week. It just works that way. Remember, you're working with emotions. It's also very competitive. Every time you work on a job, you may have 10 or 20 other recruiters working on it. So you got to move fast and you got to have volume at the end of the day. You're not going to win them all, but the ones you do win can be beneficial. Also remember, success is what you make it at the end of the day. I have students in my program that make $30,000 to $50,000 a month. I have students in my program that make $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Both are extremely happy. And the great thing about recruitment is, you can make however much money you want to make. I don't teach you how to buy Lamborghinis or mansions. I teach you how to be free. And being free gives you the freedom, some like me, where I live in countries like, Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, where I can make one deal, for $20K, and I could take 2 to 3 months off of work and not have to worry about the pressure or stress growing my agency as much. So that's the beautiful thing about, being a nomadic recruiter or just your lifestyle. At the end of the day, you can make however much you want to make. So that's pretty much, a small, short story of how I started my agency, but I talk a lot more about it in my free training that you can check out in the links below. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I can't wait to see you more, hopefully as a student one day, but on my channel, just commenting, supporting me. If you really love these videos, if you want me to make more videos like this, I can't wait to talk to you soon.